Okay, since November went so well last month, I'm still so proud of myself. I completed it. I can't believe it. Anyway. So since it went so well last month, I thought maybe I would put way too much on my plate this month with the giveaway and trying to do my normal 3 times weekly uploads. I thought I would also try an advent calendar. I have literally never, ever done one of these before. This is the brand, Craftstash. And every day you open a door, you find the number, you open the door, and it's supposed to be a card making or I guess it could also be scrapbooking supply. So I decided that for every day 1 through 25 in December, I will open a door and theme a card around whatever's inside of it. So let's start with the first one. And it looks like today we have a snowflake die. Well, guess I better go get my vagabond and see what we're gonna do with this. So I went through and put the die through my vagabond just to see what kind of a shape it actually what it looked like when it was cut out. And I actually really like this little snowflake. It's way more detailed than I thought it was going to be, I guess. It's more delicate. It's not super delicate, but more delicate than I thought it would be. I think it's cute. I like it a lot, actually. But actually, when I cut it out, I realized that I really like how the actual cutout part looks, interestingly. So I thought maybe I would try to incorporate that. So I have a piece of, I believe this is called sea glass paper from Simon Says Stamp. And the first thing I'm going to do is put in a little white insert. This was cut from my Simon Says Stamp stitched rectangles. I used the largest frame to cut this out. I do that with a lot of cards, actually. I'm going to try and do it less this month just so that there's variety and you don't get bored with it, but it's pretty much my favorite thing to do for the insert of a card. Oh, you know what would look cool? Whoa, wait a minute. Before we do that, what if I cut out? Oh, idea. What if I cut this out? That could look cool. On the back of the paper because it sort of tore up a bit, but it actually went through fine. I didn't expect it to. Just it's a little wonky now, but I'm okay with that. That's not a problem. And look at that fun little detail. Oh, I like that. That's cute. That was a good idea. Good job, me. Can you tell I haven't planned any of this out? I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants here. Anyway, let us fold the card on the fold. This is a standard card. It's just a half sheet of cardstock that was cut at 5 1/2 and scored at 4 1/4. So that's what we have so far. I have my little T ruler here. I'm just gonna measure out a field. You probably can't see that, but I marked a little strip in the middle that I'm going to not cut with the dies. This seizure-inducing paper is Fireworks Blue Holographic Paper by Hot Off the Press. I thought that it would look really cool, you know, matted in the back, so you can see bursts of color through it. The foil paper I cut to 4 by 5 1/4 so that the blue card would be matted around the edge. The white piece I wanted to cut slightly larger than that, so I cut it to 4 1/8. and 5 3/8. So it's larger than the piece of foil, but smaller than the card. Anyway, I'm gonna go make a few cuts, cut some snowflakes out, and see what we look like. Okay, so what I've done is I cut my paper along those lines that I originally had drawn because I decided that I needed some more of this blue paper to show the top wasn't interesting enough. The front of the card wasn't interesting enough. So, first things first, I'm gonna stick this down. What I'm gonna do is take this Miss Sparkle & Co. adhesive foam square pack. And there are little squares, if you can see that. Little squares on one side, big squares on the other. I'm gonna use a combination of both to pop this up. Okay, now that that's done, I realize that I actually have a bunch of these cutouts from cutting out left over, and I'm thinking abracadabra, and we have 4 glued together, stacked up right here. I'm gonna grab, I guess, another foam dot, that's fine. Alright, I'll put a foam square here, and I'm also going to put a little bit of multimedia matte on the back of the points so that when I set it down, the points will adhere nicely to the paper it sits on top of. The center needs something. I have these little Tim Holtz snowflakes. How about one of those? Now, the only question is how do I attach it? Yeah, I'm gonna glue it down. Just gonna... I trust multimedia matte. It's a really strong adhesive, so... You know what? Let's get even crazier. Okay, I found in my Craftstash these Studio G adhesive gems, and some of them are really super teeny tiny, so I'm thinking that one will fit in the middle of that snowflake. And give it a little push for good luck. There. I do like it, but I feel like that snowflake gets a little lost. This is B000, it's just the first light blue I grabbed. And I'm just gonna color the very edges of this snowflake and sort of blend it in toward the middle. I like that, I'm amenable to that. Okay, I have here a piece of card that is 3 inches long by 1/2 inch wide. And I'm going to write my sentiment on that as soon as I decide what my sentiment will be. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. I'll figure it out. In the meantime, still looking a little plain to me, so I think I'm gonna get some gems. This is a set of Miss Sparkle & Co. gems. I have long since lost the packaging for it, but that's what they are. Alright, I like this better. Still think this needs to be a little darker though. This one is B02, it's quite a bit darker than B000, and I'm gonna go right around the edges. And then I'm gonna blend it a little more as well. Yeah, it's a little bit better, it's a little darker, I like it. We need to have a little more snow or something going on. So what if I took a few more of these and scatter them around. I do like shiny things. All right, let's figure out this sentiment and write that. Alright, and here is the day one card finished. I decided to go with the sentiment Snowflakes, the fairy dust of winter, have a magical holiday. I thought that was cute. So I guess day one of the Craftstash Advent calendar is done. It was a little bit haphazard, I will admit. I will endeavor in the future to maybe plan a little better. I sort of just opened it up and flew by the seat of my pants. I think the result turned out pretty well. I made this matching envelope. I used the snowflake die with a piece of that sea glass, I think it's called, sea glass, Simon Says stamp cardstock, and colored the edge with that Copic, those two Copic markers that I used for this one, and then I just used that white 1MR white Posca pen that you saw me use in here to draw the little heart. I just drew some embellishments and I added a few dots supposed to be like snow or like to replicate the little gems over here on the envelope, and yeah. So that's done. Let me know what you think of this series if you like card videos. I make a lot of cards. I don't make a lot of card videos though, so if you'd be interested in those, I can maybe start doing them a little more often, maybe once or twice a month. We can sit down and do a card. Also, if you are watching this video before January 15th, 2021, please check out my 13 days of Giftmas giveaway. Every day I normally upload a video during the month of December, which is every Sunday, Wednesday, and Saturday. I will be giving away a little gift package, and each day will be a surprise. It could be anything from a set of alcohol brush markers, to watercolors, to bullet journals, and all the things that you need to get started using them for each thing. Check out the introduction video for details, and come back once in a while to see what you can win as the videos are released. And with that, the first card for my Craftstash Advent Calendar is finished. Check back in to see what we're using tomorrow.